Hi, this is Tom Reardon, math teacher from Ohio, with another ACT problem to solve. We will show you two different ways to solve, and we encourage you to do this problem along with me. Pause the video as necessary. If 4x squared minus 20x minus 32 equals 0, then what is the value of x squared minus 5x? One way we could solve this is by using the quadratic formula, since this does not factor, and then substitute into this. However, let's do this first. So I took the original equation, and I noticed there was a common factor of 4. So I divided each term by 4. And I ended up with this equation. And look at how close. So if I add 8 to both sides, we're pretty much finished. This is using algebraic structure. Pause as needed. A second way, as I mentioned before, could be by solving using the quadratic formula and then substituting. And so I always have the quadratic formula in my y equals in y9 and y0, the two parts to it, and they're turned off. Pull that off so you could see those. Hopefully those look familiar to you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the calculator to calculate the solutions. So I'm going to need to put 4 and store that into the letter variable a. Negative 20 store into the variable b. And negative 32 store into the variable c. And now what I'm going to do is bring up y9 by pressing alpha trace. And number 9 is the y9. And once I press enter, it'll take the current values of a, b, and c, substitute into here, and give me an answer. It looks like it might be irrational. But what I need to do is store that answer into the variable x, and then evaluate this binomial right here, x squared minus 5x. And it's going to take that value of x and do the calculations and give me 8. Just to double check, I think I'll also find, pull that off there, y0, alpha trace, and get y0 and evaluate the other part of the quadratic formula. I'm getting a negative number. Again, I'll store that in for x. And again, evaluate this expression, x squared minus 5x, using this value of x. And not surprisingly, I'm getting the same answer for that expression. So B is the answer. If I went too quickly, here are my screenshots to see how I did this.